and Councillor Tony Richardson's also in attendance. I'll hand back to the chair. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Just for the sake of going through the agenda item, we don't have any other apologies submitted, I assume. Is there anybody else on the call who hasn't been, who wasn't announced in the roll call? No? Okay, thank you. Right. Just if we cast our minds back to the 31st of January, quite a while ago now, so I do apologise, but it was the last time we met as a committee. If you've had a look over the minutes, if there are any questions or comments on the minutes, we'll go through them now. Otherwise, we'll take them as a true record.
Chair, sorry, just before you go on, could we? I think we've skipped over declarations of interest.
You have. I have. Sorry, not you. It was my fault. Right. Well, we'll finish off. There was no dissent on the minutes, I take it?
No.
No. Great. Thank you. Are there any declarations of interests?
No.
Okay. Thank you. So, agenda item 4, nominations for the award of Civic Honours. Hayley.
Thank you. Following a review of the criteria relating to civic honours, a revised criterion process for conferring honorary titles was agreed at full council on the 23rd of February 2017. A copy of the revised scheme is appended to this report. It sets out the nomination processes, including details regarding publicity and how the nominations will be considered by this committee before recommendations are made to full council. Since the last meeting in 2017, a moratorium has been in place. Now that this has come to an end, there are a number of outstanding actions for this committee to consider. The first issue relates to a request from council that this committee consider whether the reasons for successful and unsuccessful nominations should be provided to full council as part of the process. Currently, only the names of those nominated are provided. The second relates to posthumous honours, and currently a nominee has to be alive at the time of nomination unless exceptional circumstances apply. Members are therefore asked to consider whether this should be reviewed. As I said earlier, in 2017, a 4-year moratorium was put in place before any further honours were to be conferred. During this time, we've received one nomination in May 2019, which is therefore being kept on hold until the moratorium has ended. Members are therefore asked to consider the process to be followed in respect of this nomination and whether to invite any further nominations in accordance with the timeline set out in section 2 of this report. Thank you.
Thank you, Hayley. Okay. If we look at the issues for consideration first off, the first one, full council agreed that we discuss a request for reasons behind successful or unsuccessful nominations being reported to council. Is there any preference on this? I mean, I must admit, I can't remember. I wasn't on the Civic Honours Committee at the time, I don't think, and I don't recall this decision. Does any officer or any member have the background as to why this might have been made at the time?
Can't remember, Shane.
Sorry, Chair, can I just try and help?
Yes, please. Yeah.
I think just as a bit of background, normally the information in relation to all of the nominees are submitted to this committee, and this committee then makes a number of recommendations that are forwarded on to full council. When the report historically has gone to full council, it would have just the names of the successful recommendations and those that were not recommended. It didn't actually include reasons as to why the committee were recommending A, B and C, but not recommending D, E and F. And I think when it was debated at full council, there were some members that thought it might be helpful when those recommendations were submitted from this committee to full council, just to have a little bit of a background in relation to each of those nominations. I think having dealt with these nominations for quite a number of years, I absolutely see the logic of doing that, and I think that'll be quite easy to do in terms of those that are being recommended. But obviously, some sensitivity regarding those that are not recommended.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions or comments from members then? Is there any preference on that?
No, I have no questions.
No.
No.
So are we as members happy then for that to happen, and the reasons for and against going to full council to give a better explanation as to why people have been nominated or not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's sensible.
Great, thank you. And then there was obviously the one around, around posthumous honours being given. To be honest, I think we covered this in our last meeting, didn't we, really, in the sense that we made a decision by acting on the previous recommendation. So I don't think there's anything to change unless either of you two disagree.
No, I don't disagree at all. I completely agree with that, what we agreed before.
Thank you. Right, so then I guess the main point of it is the moratorium on the civic honours has been lifted now. What we'll need to do is, if we agree today, we'll need to go out for advertisement to see if there are anybody, if anybody would like to nominate people or organisations for a civic honour. As you can see within the report there, is there any kind of preference as to how we go about this, or are you happy with what's in the report?
I'm quite happy with what's in the report.
Councillor Brown?
Yeah, happy with just what's in the report, Shane, and how it works at the moment. I think it's fine. Yeah.
Great, thank you. So before I go on to the recommendation, then,
Shane, Denise is going to hand.
Sorry, I didn't see that.
Sorry.
Denise?
It's just an admin perspective. It talks about nominations being made to the chief executive. Obviously, that post being made redundant. It should be managing director now. Sorry, it's just
no.
Silly little things like that.
Point that out.
We'll make sure that that's updated.
Great. So before I go on to the recommendation for that, Councillor Loynes, were you wanting to speak in relation to a different award that you'd want to run along the same time, or?
Yeah, thanks, Councillor Moore. I've been thinking about this for a while, because there's a lot of people out there that have done an awful lot throughout the coronavirus lockdown and what have you, and are still doing things now for the community. And I thought it would be very nice and a gesture of goodwill to ask for nominations from the public for people who have gone way beyond the usual, above and beyond the mile. So I would like to run that alongside the civic honours, and also maybe have a separate award ceremony to award people, because I think they've done amazing. You've had people dropping food off for people. They've done a live stream program on a Saturday night, all night. They've done amazing things. So I think we should be awarding these people and honouring them, because they've done amazing. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. Thanks, Councillor Loynes. And I'm assuming this will be a separate award, almost like a mayor's.
Yes, a mayor's award. Yeah.
Great, thank you. It won't be, obviously, the application and stuff, I'm assuming, will be run at the same time as this to make life easier. But obviously, listening to you there, you'd like it run separately outside of the civic honours. Yeah,
that's right. Okay, so people don't get confused with what we're asking. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I have no problem with that, and I think it's a really good idea. Councillor Brown, are you happy with that as well?
Yes, absolutely happy with that. Yeah.
Great. So we'll add that in as a second recommendation to action as well then. And that's it. If if everybody's happy, and if there are no other questions or comments, we'll go with the recommendation as set out in the report, plus the additional one from Councillor Loynes there, and we'll pass that if there's no dissent.
It's fine by me.
Great, thank you very much. And that's it, isn't it? Oh, did you have any other business, Brenda? There was nothing for me.
No, I didn't have any. I didn't have any at all.
Okay. Right. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And so to you.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you,
Can I just say, I hope you're feeling better soon, Brenda, and I'll see you all later.
On Thursday. Yeah. Okay.
Have a good day.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thank you. The same to you. Bye. Bye.